Hey guys, it's Mike with 65 and Still Live. We're here with one of our first hacks, and probably one of the most important hacks, because it's something that's going to pertain to you really quickly. Now, before my operation, I went down to the local Goodwill store and bought 3 walkers. I've got this one right here I use for the indoors, this one I use for the outdoors, and one that I turned around backwards and actually use it for arms for my toilet. We'll get to that one in a while. Let me show you very first thing, the indoor one. Now, this one I made a few modifications to, as you might have noticed. I went ahead and put a basket in front here, and I zip tied it in place. I just got the basket at the dollar store, and it makes a perfect place to actually put a lot of my stuff. Now, you might have noticed this is more than one basket, it's actually 2. This gives me even greater range because I've got 3 glasses on this one. I've got pieces of elastic around to hold them in place. And that makes it perfect for all the bottles I use for my polar care machine. It also leaves me a place for my wallet, it leaves me a place for my phone, and even a small baby if I happen to have one. But let's put this one over to the side here for a second and take a look at the rest. Now this one leaves me a great deal of space. I can put all kinds of things in here if I need to. And you might have noticed a couple more changes we have to this. The very first thing we did is on the bottom here. We've got the wheels on the inside as opposed to the outside. There's a big reason for that. My doorway in my bathroom is a little smaller, and getting through it is a little difficult, so I have to go like this to try to get through the doorway. Why bother? Simply take your wheels, put them on the inside. It makes it so much easier to get through all the doorways and across away from furniture and everything else. You might also notice that we have the little tennis balls on the end, so we look just like those people in all those commercials. So it actually is for a real reason. The tennis balls make it very, very easy to simply go like that. It slides, it glides very, very easily. Now you may have noticed one more thing I have on here that's a little bit odd. I put a horn on here. Now that's for a very real reason as well. About 2 weeks after I got this one for the very first time, a friend of mine brought over a little daughter, and this thing really scared her. And that's the last thing I want to do. I don't want to scare a little kid. And me going along like this wasn't cool. So the next time she came over, in between those 2 times, I went ahead and bought a horn. So when she came over, I went, and she thought that was the funniest thing in the world. I also took the little glasses that I have, like this. We took out all the water bottles, and I gave her about 25 cents worth of pennies, and she would toss them in trying to get them in the cups. She had the best time using this as more of a toy than a crutch, which made it a whole lot easier for her to accept. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. The next one is the one I use for the outdoors. Now this one's a little bit more heavy duty. You may have noticed this. And again, when you go down to Goodwill, I end up paying $2 for this one, $2 for this one, and $3 for the one in the bathroom. For $8, $9 bucks. No, 4, 5, 6, $7. I didn't claim I was good at math. For $7, you can end up with 3 different walkers. Now this one I left the, as you can see it here, I left the wheels on the outside, because outside it doesn't matter. You don't hit things, you don't go through things, so it's really easy. You'll notice here on the front, a good friend of mine, Ginger, actually made this thing. The very first one I had was actually just an apron I put upside down and safety pin in place. This is so much better. She made this thing. I'll take it apart here. It all velcros on like this. And it's got places in here for your water bottles, your cell phone, your wallet. If you got a really, really small baby, it might fit in there. Put it down here, just like this. Velcro it back together, just like that. And you're ready to rock and roll. Usually I put my mail in here. It makes it very, very easy. Now, the other thing that I did, I forgot the last thing that I did on this piece. I'll show you right here. On the very bottom right there, you might notice that I put a couple of washers. I actually glued these on probably about 2 weeks ago, and they're still on there. They haven't fallen off yet. I just need to use some super glue on the bottom, because if you don't, if you're going across all that gravel or the asphalt on the road, it's going to go and start tearing apart the bottom of your walker, and you don't want to do that. So anyway, right now I'm going to insert a picture of what the bathroom looks like, and you can see how I used it backwards. And there you go. Well, this is Mike Keating for 65 and Still Live. Hope you're having a great day. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this if you can. And of course, anything I tell you, please talk to your doctor, talk to your physical therapist, and use a little common sense. Bye-bye now.